We are now nearly 3 weeks into the pandemic lockdown, and we've been stuck in our homes for ages now. And I thought to myself, it's time to get the brain cells working again. And I thought, let's try you all with a history quiz. Now, in addition to being a smallholder and to being a local councillor, I'm also an historian. And in September last year, I gave a quiz to the Sunniside History Society, which was all about the Second World War, and it was to mark the 80th anniversary of the outbreak of the Second World War. So that's what this quiz is now. So, try your old grey matter on this. In a few days' time, I'll post up the answers, so you've got a couple of days to thumb through Wikipedia or Google or the Sunniside History Society website to find out the answers if you don't already know them. So, let's make a start. Question 1. War broke out between Britain and Germany on the 3rd of September 1939. But at what precise time did we go to war? Question number 2. Now, on the 1st of September 1939, and this is 2 days before war was declared, the authorities started to move children out of the urban centres. What was that operation called? Question number 3. What was the first commodity to be rationed in Britain, and in which month and which year was it first rationed? Question number 4, and this is actually in the lead up to the outbreak of the war, and it's actually a question about April 1939. What was the last territory to be gained by Nazi Germany before war broke out? Question number 5. 2,000 cafes and restaurants were set up by councils throughout the country, and they were there to provide cheap, subsidised meals that weren't on rations. What was the name of those cafes and restaurants? Question number 6. What do all the following have in common? I'm going to have to read you the list because there's 4 items here. First one is using your central heating in the summer. Second one is growing cucumbers in heated greenhouses. Third one, feeding bread to ducks in the park. And the final one, transporting flowers on trains. What do all those have in common? Question number 7. Which famous band leader disappeared whilst flying over the Channel in December 1944? Question number 8. Which of the following is the odd one out? And I'm going to have to read the list of 4 for you. Is cheese, meat, eggs and sugar. So one of those is the odd one out. Which one is it and why? Question number 9. You were paid threepence a pound to pick them. What were they and what were they made into? Question number 10. When did food rationing start in the UK? And for that, I'm after a month and year. Question number 11. Which of these is the odd one out and why? Meat, fresh fish, vegetables and game. Question number 12. The first wartime Minister of Food gave his name to a famous pie. Who was he? Question number 13. What was the name given to furniture produced under a scheme to conserve resources? And when did that scheme actually come to an end? Question number 14. In which year did bread rationing start? Question number 15. The wartime government encouraged people to eat what instead of bread? Question 16. What was the last food item to come off rationing, and in which year did food rationing end? Question 17. In 1948, London hosted the Olympics. What was the unofficial name given to the Games? Question 18. In 1942, the government imposed a cap on the cost of restaurant meals. How much was that cap? Question 19. Now this is a very local question because it's about Sunnyside. Fernville Avenue was bombed during the war. In which year and which month did that happen? Question 20. In which year and which month did conscription start in the UK? Question 21. You've probably heard of Anderson shelters, which were air raid shelters that were built in people's gardens. But what was the name of the shelters that were built inside people's homes? Question 22. What does this siren call signify? Question 23. What were all adults in the UK required to carry with them at all times, and when did that requirement end? Question 24. In addition to their rations, what other supplements were provided for children? Question number 25. Again, this is a very local question for the Sunnyside and Wickham area. There was a school called the White Elephant School near Sunnyside, and on the 30th of September 1938, children at the school were fitted for what? Question number 26. What ended at 12:35 p.m. on the 1st of September 1939 and didn't return until the 7th of June 1946? Question 27. Imitations of food that was no longer available or were in short supply were called what? Question number 28. On the 3rd of September 1939, Winston Churchill took up which post in government? Question number 29. William Joyce was better known as what? Question number 30. When did sweet rationing end in the UK? So, that's your 30 questions. Good luck with them, and I'll be posting up the answers in a couple of days' time.